Hi guys, Alex here with Inside, and today we're going to take a look at a new project in Dubai from Majid Al Futtaim, the builder of Tilal Al Ghaf, called Ghaf Woods. Maybe you've already heard some rumors about this project. Honestly, there's not a lot of details yet, but what we're very good at is painting the picture and setting the context for your investment so you understand where the market is now, where it's going, and this enables our clients to make snap decisions, profitable decisions, without using a lot of information. So that's what we want to share with you today. Let's first talk about Majid Al Futtaim. So this developer, it's actually not just a developer, they're an international conglomerate founded by a local billionaire more than 30 years ago here in the UAE. And in terms of interesting facts, actually they built, manage, and own Emirates Mall, as well as Tilal Al Ghaf, as well as auto dealerships and other industries in Africa and Asia, etc. So what is important to know here, that this developer actually has decades of experience of building and managing very complex projects. What's important about this is that this developer not only develops, but they also own and operate entire major projects like a mall. Not just here, but also in other countries. So they have a lot of experience. Second, they've also built master communities. And those of you who are familiar with Dubai and UAE, you understand that master plan communities are in a league of their own. And this is so because when you're walking around, say, Dubai Creek or Dubai Hills built by Emaar, or MJL built by Miras near the Burj Al Arab, you feel a cohesive sense of community. This is important and very different than if you're walking around, say, in JVC, where every developer is different and each one is kind of bringing their own energy to the project and to the area. So when you're in a master plan community, you really feel super integrated with your neighbors. Let's say the boardwalks, the flowers, the amenities are all very well integrated stylistically and energetically with the entire area. And this creates a certain sense of peace, a certain sense of togetherness, and until you're in there, maybe it's a little bit difficult to understand, but having lived in very many different communities here in Dubai, it makes a difference. So this impacts your returns how? This means that it's easier to rent out because tenants actually look to be a part of a master community, whether it's for living or whether it's for rentals or whether it's for living. Second of all, this increases the resale value. So they're going to be looking at master communities when they're buying this unit from you down the line. So even if you're thinking as a resale, not just renting out, also an important factor to note. Now, let's also take a look at the concept of this particular project. The concept is more forest and more greenery. You'll see here from my screen that the concept is focused on a lot of greens. And when I show you the plan for the area in a second, you'll see what that looks like on a layout level. Now, originally I thought this was villas just based on the bright living spaces. However, this is unique in that it's a master plan only of low-rise G+6 apartments. There's roughly 70 buildings. Let's take a look at the master plan. No, it's not a great picture, but essentially what you see is there's a lot of area and there's a lot of greens. There is comparatively very few buildings for that green space. This tells us a couple things. One, that the developer is really focusing on bringing more greenery, and I'll touch upon this as a trend in a second. And the second part, there's only about 70 buildings here, and you understand that for such an area, the fewer buildings there are, that means the more luxury the project will be, since it's more private, it's fewer available units. So this tells us a couple things. One, the project is going to be more luxury and higher end and more expensive because there's fewer units available for a square foot area. And second, you can see that there's a lot more green space than perhaps in other projects that you've seen. Now, let's talk about where the project is and the evolution of, let's say, amenities and projects in Dubai and in the UAE. We started with building man-made islands. So we have the Palm Jumeirah, we have now Palm Jebel Ali, one of them is one of the wonders of the world. Okay, incredible, fantastic, beautiful. What happened then? Then we started seeing more lagoon construction. So actually Tilal Al Ghaf, built by Majid Al Futtaim, and part of this is already complete, by the way, and the area has anything from townhouses to incredible mansions. So there's a whole spread of cost targets there, or price targets rather. And they were one of the first communities to actually have a crystal lagoon, so that even people who were not on the water could enjoy a swim. And now you start to see other communities with this. For instance, District 1 was one of the first ones. Then we have Damak lagoons, obviously, and a few others. Now, what's happening since the lagoons? Where at this point, people are more or less used to having this as a feature. So you're either by the ocean or you're on a lagoon, so you have access to a gym, you have access to water, wherever you are, almost in projects in Dubai. So what next? And this is a trend I personally am a big fan of, and I'm starting to see this trend of wellness and greenery. We were already seeing it with villa projects like Miras's The Acres, where the focus is a lot of greens. That project is largely villas. Similarly, we're starting to see this with individual developers I covered before, Object One's Ozone project, which has a lot of focus on air quality and air purification. Another project is Oak Yard, which we're covering in a different video, but also concept of green living space, maximum plants, and wellness focus within the amenities. So we're starting to see this trend and across the UAE. I'm personally a big fan because as a tenant, those are the kinds of buildings I want to live in. And now let's shift back to Ghaf Woods. Their plot is over here, and you see you have easy access to E311, so you can get downtown Dubai, you can get to JVC and the Palm with relative ease. And the other thing is you have no other competitors here in terms of apartment communities. It's mainly just townhouses. Now, let's talk about the project itself and what can we expect. Now, even though the pricing hasn't yet been released, right now in Dubai Hills, pricing for one bedroom starts at about 1.5, 1.6 million dirham, and our analysis shows that actually this will probably be similar or higher. Why? Because it's a luxury project. It's going to be more like Mulberry in Dubai Hills from our expectations, which is one of the higher end buildings there, because there's more space and you're around a lot of forest, so this concept is a little bit different, and hence it will be a bit more expensive. Now, what does this mean? Well, since they're releasing the entire project over the next couple years, right now it will only be a first phase release of roughly 10 buildings. This means that the best investment is actually right now. And what kind of investment is this? So here we're talking about a longer term hold, meaning 2 to 5 years as this community is developed, because if you look on the map, Dubai is growing in two directions. It's growing outwards towards this location of the project, and it's growing south towards the Palm Jebel Ali, towards Abu Dhabi. And so it will take a little bit of time for more and more infrastructure to be developed and for more and more people to arrive in Dubai. Speaking of, over 100,000 people are actually coming to Dubai to live every single year. And those people who are living in Dubai are your prime target audience for this particular community. So it will be people who are renting out long term. I don't think it will be possible to do shorter term rents here at the moment. So long term rent, I would say resale, possibly selling before handover, but realistically I would expect to perhaps hold it for a longer period of time to give the property maximum time to appreciate. And of course for living, if you also want to live in this community yourself. So those would be the main ones. And right now we're collecting already EOIs from our clients from 1 through 4 bedroom units. That's all that will be available. There are no townhouses, no villas. It's simply high-end apartments in a private gated green community. So bottom line is there's this new community launching from a master developer who has a lot of experience with commercial properties, with residential properties, with luxury properties. And this will be a green zone following a new wellness trend here in the UAE. It's launching soon. Right now we're collecting EOIs. So if you feel excited by this, if you want to invest in an area perhaps similar to where Dubai Hills was 2 or 3 years ago, before too many people knew about it, before it became super popular, this is the time right now for this project. So in 2-3 years, you can look back and say, I was really glad that I invested, because now I'm reaping very nice returns. So guys, if you're excited by this video, you like our approach to the market, you can send me a message below. Just say it's for Alex, or through my Instagram or any other channel that you wish. I'd be happy to support you and either create, expand, build, exit your portfolio. That's my specialty, is portfolio and fund management. So typically I work with clients who value that kind of approach. If that's you, please reach out. Be happy to support you. And thank you guys for watching. You can leave your comments below as well this video. My name is Alex. I'll see you next time.